Hey there guys, and welcome to another SGC 2014 Pokemon battle. This time, it's the semifinals of the tournament. Going up against a guy who I think his name was Sean. And he was a pretty cool guy. He had this whole theme thing going on. He was dressed up as a bug catcher from Pokemon, and his entire team was composed of bug types. And he actually made it to the semifinals with a mono bug type team, so that's pretty damn impressive. Even though there are plenty of good bug types out there. Anyway, I'm going to set up the Stealth Rock here with Cobalion, and that's going to be a huge problem for him. Especially because I saw his team in the team preview, and he didn't have anything that could learn Rapid Spin. So, he's going to have a problem with that. Anyway, he's going to go for another Thunder, which misses Snorlax, not that it would have done much to begin with. As he Volt switches out into... what did he go into? Into Pinsir. Now, he had a Scizor, a Heracross, and a Pinsir on his team, so I had no idea which one of them was going to be his Mega Pokemon, if any of them were even going to be that to begin with. However, I did think Pinsir was the most likely one, because Scizor and Heracross are pretty good by themselves, while regular Pinsir is rather bad. And I turned out to be correct, as his Pinsir will Mega Evolve here into the hideous, hideous Mega Pinsir. And seriously, what the hell's up with those eyes? This goes for a close combat, and yeah, that's rather disappointing on Avalugg. Avalugg just completely tanks it. He was like, holy shit, that thing is bulkier than I thought. So yeah, Avalugg impressed another person. He goes for another close combat, even though still not going to KO Avalugg. However, I was thinking he was going to switch here, so I was planning on using the opportunity to heal up. I still heal up, and he's still not going to be able to KO me. So basically I can just keep outstalling him until he can't do close combat anymore, until he runs out of PP or whatever. But I figure, okay, we'll have to put him out of his misery eventually. I mean, he's at -3 now, so pretty much any attack is going to do him in at this point. I figure go for an Avalanche, just take out the Mega Pinsir already. Save it some further embarrassment from not being able to get past my Avalugg. I get a little bit of leftovers recovery back. Avalugg is a bit vulnerable now, though. Next he brings out Volcarona. And is going to get wrecked by the Stealth Rocks. So get Avalugg out of there. Bring in the dedicated special wall, Snorlax. Because with all that special defense and thick fat, fire attacks aren't going to do a damn thing to it. So he goes and sets up a Quiver Dance. Still not that concerned, because this is a max special defense Snorlax with an Assault Vest. He goes for Bug Buzz, hoping to get as much damage in as possible. Still doesn't do a whole lot. Go for Body Slam. And that is going to take out the Volcarona. And also really happy that Flame Body didn't activate there. Up next, he brings in Heracross. Makes sense. Snorlax is not going to stay in against a close combat, so get him out of there. Way too dangerous to keep Snorlax in. And I might still need Snorlax to wall the Galvantula later. Bring Cobalion in, basically just to sacrifice him as he goes for the close combat, which will take Cobalion out. Bit of a bummer, but at least his defenses are lowered now, making him a lot easier for me to revenge kill. However, it was a Moxie Heracross, so he is going to get the attack boost. That is a bit unfortunate, but Salamence is going to outspeed him no problem, especially because mine has a Choice Scarf. And even if his Heracross had a Scarf as well, I would still outspeed it. Salamence would resist the close combat. And the Intimidate pretty much removed his Moxie boost, but the Fire Blast takes out Heracross anyway. Up next he brings in a Shuckle. Oh dear. I don't think Salamence can really touch it while it's locked into Fire Blast, so I get it out of there. And it's kind of a bummer that Cobalion is taken out already, because Cobalion has Toxic. That would really have ruined the Shuckle. And it's one of these Shuckles with the contrary Shell Smash. Raises its defenses, lowers all of its offenses. I'm just hoping it's not going to use like Power Split or whatever, because that could really screw me over. Of course I go for Hydro Pump and it misses, so he can set up another Shell Smash pretty safely. I really need to do something about this, because I'm not even sure how much a Hydro Pump from Greninja is going to do at +2 special defense. So, I'm going to go for another Hydro Pump. I finally get it off. And Oh, that's actually not that bad. Considering Shuckle doesn't really have any reliable recovery, I can probably take him out pretty easily. As he sets up another Shell Smash, putting him at +3 or +4. I don't know, lost count. His defenses are through the freaking roof at this point. So, another Hydro Pump. It's really all I can do at this point. And somehow, it does enough to KO him. I thought it was going to do a lot less with the extra stage of special defense he just added on top of it. But I guess I got lucky with the damage roll there or something. Out comes the Galvantula again. Now Greninja is pure water at this point, so obvious electric attack is painfully obvious. So I bring Manectric in. I don't know why I didn't do that before, but it works out now as he goes for Thunder, Lightning Rod activates, boom, special attack boost. And then we're gonna Mega Evolve Manectric. So I think you can see where this is going now. Manectric is pretty much going to sweep the rest of his team now. At +1, Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, Hidden Power Ice should cover all the bases. However, he does still outspeed me. And the Bug Buzz does a good amount of damage. Because Galvantula is really not all that strong when it comes down to it. And that critical hit did not matter at all. And then he sends out his last Pokemon, which is the Scizor I mentioned before. Now Bullet Punch, if he got a critical hit or something, it might have been able to KO me here. I was perhaps fearing that. Maybe it's like a Choice Banded one, but I barely survive. And go for the Flamethrower. That is going to take out Scizor because, come on. Have you ever seen a Scizor survive a Flamethrower without that fire-resisting berry? I don't think so. Anyway, good battle, Bug Catcher guy, and I'm moving on to the finals. Really did not think I was going to make it that far. So, I'll see you with the final battle next time.